Good Wednesday evening, the full fan.
We lost one.
Matt's having some issues. I'm sure he'll be right back as soon as possible. And good news, real quick here. We got Duane Martin and Matt Balmer. Hopefully here soon. We'll be back on with us. With the first event at Lebanon, Pennsylvania, at the Lebanon Fairgrounds, Beast of the East. It's not a full blown, which we'll let the guy that loves to talk there tell us more about this special event actually. And it's not a full blown Beast of the East pool, but I saw the classes. It's going to be a good show. So, but anyway, that's for them to surprise us with and talk about. And this Saturday, the 23rd, Kendra, I will pull the banner up and you can just chat about that real quick. Like, subscribe, share, hit that thumbs up, leave us a comment, all that good stuff. So we appreciate it. And don't forget about right here behind me, Matt About Cancer. We got some great news. 2 of the signs have sold. The auction's over for the New Holland sign. Congratulations, Corey Forrester. You are the $1,000 winner of that particular sign. And I believe Connie Deck won the international sign for $2,500. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's $3,500 raised in 2 signs, and I believe all total with the other ones are up over $7,500 total.
Yeah, I think the 2 John Deere signs are both at least over $1,000, and
right.
the Alice Chalmers up to like $1,500 or $1,600. So
that's great. And I'm not sure. I think there's time. I think he said something about 2 John Deere signs. I'm a little lost in the conversation.
Yeah. There's 2 John Deere signs up for auction. One started earlier than the second, and they're both going back and forth. I can't remember.
They're still going, and the Alice Chalmers sign is still going as well. So, but the New Holland and the international signs, the auctions have ended. They have sold. Congratulations, Corey Forrester and Connie Deck, for winning that. It's for a great cause, and like we told him last week, we knew they would do well. But anyway, I'm going to pull this fire up real quick, and we're going to get with the Beastie. We're going to just call it the Beastie Pool. We're just calling it the Pool. How are you, Matt? We'll talk to Matt. How's Matt tonight?
I'm pretty well. How about you?
Doing good.
Good. I can actually hear you guys now.
Awesome. Dwayne, how's Dwayne tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm just glad that winter's finally getting out of here and the weather's starting to turn again. We'll see if it stays.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no more surprise snow showers on a Monday morning.
we didn't get any snow here, thankfully.
A guy that I work with went to Ohio yesterday, and he said there was 7 inches of snow out of Bedford.
Well, yeah, we're calling for 9 out around Landis's area. Summer stuff, so I am sure they can have it.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, Kendra, we're going to cut you loose. Oops, that's not it.
Now he's getting rid of the flyer for me. So Interstate is kicking off their point season this summer. Wow, we're back to winter again. We are headed down to Easton, Maryland, whenever he gets the flyer brought up here. Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Grounds is going to have our first points pool. We're going to have the 8,500 mod turbos, the 7,700 light limited tractors, and then they're going to have a couple in the 7,800 modified class as well. They're also going to have a couple fun pools, fun hooks. They're going to have the light pro stock tractors. Then they're going to have a mixture class of the 10,000-pound pro farms from Interstate, the 466 hot farms from East Coast, as well as the Snyder County hot stock tractors. You did bring anything up. $10 for adults. Children 6 and under are going to be free. You can see there the location. It's right along. I think it's 50 there.
Route 50.
Across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Going to be a good time. Jamie always puts together a really good track down there. Great promoters. They have wonderful 4-H milkshakes there. So go support your local 4-H. I think that's about it. And then next week, of course, we'll have some results, as well as 2 more interstate hooks coming up next week. Hit the ground running.
Don't panic, Matt. It's okay. We couldn't hear Kendra. It's okay. It's okay. I want to mute you here in a second. So anyway, that's this Saturday. He's got youngins playing in the background. It's all good. But it's like she said, $10 per adult. We start at
6
p.m. Yes, great classes. This is a good show every year, and this will be the only pool for Jamie for interstate, at Easton. We'll be there with East Coast in July for a pretty big event there as well too. So, but this is one you definitely want to put on your bucket list to get to. Try to get there. The weather's looking really good, 70 degrees, sunny, and we hope the best weather for next Saturday because we're getting ready to talk to the two guys getting ready to put on a good show at Lebanon, Pennsylvania. And
no, just the bulb. No, I don't want that, and I want it off. There we go. I looked like I was a Casper the Ghost on there, and I just needed to get my light turned off. So I'm sending text.
Never a dull moment. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess we're done with Tuckahoe, but yeah, definitely keep that in mind this coming Saturday. Jamie and the crew do a great job down there. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to get there. So, okay.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys. I'm just titling them the Beastie Boys here, but hopefully that doesn't give us any problem with copyright.
With copyright.
Anyway,
Right.
copyrights on YouTube. But Matt
You never know
Balmer,
nowadays.
Duane Martin, yeah, I know. With the Beast of the East, Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Tell us what you guys got going on, man.
Go ahead,
So
Matt.
we got an exciteful year. Basically, April 30th, we're going to be kicking it off with MDA. We're doing an entertainment show for them. We're going to be running a Run What You Brung diesel in point series with Snyder County. Street gas, Pro Street gas, 9,500 turbo tractors, farm stock, and then street semis.
One track.
Yes, one track.
Ah, boy, I'm gonna have fun.
And your start time is earlier next week, right?
Yes, so that's a 2 p.m. start time.
Yeah, very important. Keep that in mind. 2 p.m. start time.
I'll give you a little bit more info on how this all came about. MDA contacted us. They had the expo rented and they wanted a track event. And so we are doing a track event for them and we're incorporating it into our Beast of the East schedule. MDA is a muscular dystrophy association and it's MDA Ride for Life is actually what we're doing for, the pool for. And I think if I remember right, it's like 20. There's 27 Harley Davidson dealerships that are involved in this, raising money for MDA, and this is their huge get together. You can go on if somebody wants to sign up. It's a big bash and bike ride, and it is at MDA Ride for Life on Facebook. Has a link or MDARideForLife.org, and there's a button on the upper right corner where you can sign up for their deal. But we decided to do a 5-class afternoon show so we don't encroach in on what the Buck is doing on Saturday evening because the dates conflicted.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so we didn't want to do interfere with Diesel Power Fest down there.
Right, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So the Run What You Brung class is going to be the first class up, and I think if I remember right, this is the first year for Run What You Brung as a points class with Snyder County.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So
There'll be pickles everywhere, I guarantee it.
we're hoping to have a really good turnout. So it's something new. So it might have a little bit of a slow start, but we're hoping that the payout. I think the payout is $1,000 for first place, and we were thinking about possibly sweetening it, but at this point, that's where it's at. So it's a good paying class.
Can I say it? Can I say it? I don't mean to bust your bubble.
Say
But
what?
I'm gonna say it. The only body that's getting sweet right now is the IRS.
Yeah, exactly.
There, I said it. This little yellow piece of paper can put you in a very bad mood real quick. Anyway, yeah. And I tell you, you did run a run once you brung there one other time. I know it wasn't for points or anything, but man, you had some good trucks there in that class.
Yeah.
You bet. Western PA trucks come in there and some others. I'll tell you what, that was an exciting little class. I really enjoyed that. I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I think in the beginning of the year like this, it's oftentimes if the guys have all their equipment ready to go. So we might be missing a couple of guys that aren't ready yet, but that's the way life goes.
I'm thinking you'll get quite a few 3.6 trucks, well, that are together running. I think you'll get several. So, yep, no doubt.
I know a 3.6 truck.
I was waiting. That's why there was a long pause of silence there.
I might know one.
Is that 3.6 truck might be sitting outside in the yard right now because I think there's a maroon and gray one in the shop.
He's got a big enough shop. It's got room.
Good deal.
His is back in the corner a little bit more, but it'll be all right. So, yeah, there's definitely a couple other trucks in the shop right now, but
That's
yeah,
great.
I think you guys will have a good turnout. It's definitely weird. Like whenever I saw it on the Facebook event, I was like, 2:00. Like, what? You're gonna have to like get up extra early, but hey, like you said, it works out. People can hit your all's event and then go down to the Buck too. So
yeah, and they also have another indoor show that starts later, so they wanted to kind of make sure people could see both. So
yeah,
that's probably gosh, it might be done by 5 or 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the latest, I would think. You guys run them through pretty good, so
we're hoping if everything.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're hoping if everything goes good, we can be done by like 5:30 or so, because that's when the dinner starts for the participants of the MDA Ride for Life. So we'll see.
And
so
everything still
yeah.
The pullers and like people like myself would still enter the event the same way as normal, and
everything will be the same process. Nothing changes. The only thing is the people that are signed up for MDA will have a wristband and will get in because they already paid their dues.
Sure.
So that's what I was wondering. Is it 2 separate entry fees? Like if people that were there pulling wanted to go down for the dinner, could they extra or?
They require a registration, and that registration costs $60, and then you're supposed to raise money for their cause, or you can get in for a minimum of 60. So it's and they're asking for pre-registration, so that way they know who's all coming and what they're planning for.
But your all's admission is still just is it 10 or 15 or whatever?
$10.
$10.
Yeah. $10 ages 10 and up. Under 10's free.
I can't remember who charges what anymore. It's 10, 12, 15, 20, whatever. Just take my money.
This organization is a pretty big deal. They've been doing it for many years, and they normally raise about $1.5 million a year for MDA. And on their webpage just tonight, it says that they're at 162,500 with 177 participants and 72 teams. Now, I think this goes on for the year, and this is just one part of the fundraiser. Yeah. So
that's awesome that they thought a tractor pull would add to their fundraising. So that's pretty cool that people are thinking about that kind of stuff. Not many people, when they think of fundraising, think of tractor pulling, but I certainly don't.
Yeah, your crowds are usually pretty good there, so I would imagine it'll do well.
It was their idea, because I didn't even know much about this till that point. But I think some of the reason this all came to be is they rented the entire expo, the entire facility, and the track came with it. So they naturally ask on what goes to the on at the track, and that's what we came up with.
Clint just asked a question. Who's going to be your sled operator and sled there? I'm assuming is Kraus going to be there, or usually?
Yeah, for that one's Kraus.
Do we know who the operator is?
That I don't.
See, I
I
know
do not know.
Brian's been to a couple. I don't know if he'll still. It'll
Yeah,
be a surprise.
yeah.
Whoever shows up.
We'll have
somebody shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, as long
Right.
as a operator shows up.
we'll have
some mad people.
yeah.
I've ridden the sled like 2 or 3 times. I can figure it out. Just kidding. Do not want that job ever.
No, I rode in it one time up at Snyder County, and I don't know how they do that all night long. That's rough.
Yeah.
It is. It's a big responsibility, really. Every second that you're in there,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
when you're moving. Yes.
And unfortunately, you're usually the first person to be blamed if something goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants that job. We are very thankful for all the sled operators. Even you, Ray Kaufman. Even you.
I rode in the sled about 8 years ago, and it was just a little 2.6 class back then, and I almost hit the glass when the first truck went. I didn't realize what we were getting into, and it's quite the ride just for a truck. I mean,
Yeah. You feel every little bump in that track in the sled. It's crazy. The first time I ever rode in one, I think Rick Kraus was doing the driving up in Hartford, Pennsylvania, way up yonder. And I got in, he's like, hold on. And I just like grabbed the door and he's like, no, hold on. Like we're going for a ride.
That is a long drive up there.
All the way up 81. It is.
Got done at a decent time, and I'm thinking, well, still wide awake and everything. Then I got the news that 81 South was closed.
Oh, no.
Isn't it just like 6 miles from the New York state line or something?
Yeah, no more than 6 miles. Yeah,
and it was always on a Tuesday night.
On a Tuesday night, yes.
Yeah, there for a while. We were at Center Hall on Monday night for Grange Fair. Then we go to Hartford, PA on Tuesday, and then we were back down in Luray, Virginia on a Wednesday. You want to talk about feeling you just might as well live in the truck for 3 days? That's what it felt like.
Better put that up there for Clint. Clint's offering.
Clint, who's Clint?
Clint Younts has worked at the Buck for 35 years. Scraper tractor, et cetera,
Okay.
and was let go here recently. So
looking for a job.
He's available.
Well, maybe now's our time to add a second scraper roller to the system.
He's been doing it long
nice.
enough,
Say, he's got the experience.
and he just loves being in the background of videos. So there you go.
Some of these pictures that I have that scraper tractor on it when it was brand new.
Yeah, no doubt.
Or almost brand new.
Yeah, if anybody, Duane Martin on Facebook, he's come across some awesome 70s vintage photos from the Buck. And I know every dang one of them. I grew up watching every one of them. It's pretty cool stuff. You want to check that out. And while you're at it, friend him. And while you're at it, go to Beast of the East and learn more about their events on Facebook as well.
So we could add yourself to all the events. Yeah, do you guys want to talk a little bit more about your other two?
Yes,
yeah,
please.
we could go to our next event on May the 21st.
You just talk away.
Yeah,
it's all you two, man.
About.
The whole show is yours.
I was getting some of my paperwork shuffled here. There's too much stuff to remember. On our May 21st event, I guess we'll go do our stuff first. May the 21st. We have Wild Street Diesel, 2.6 Pro Street Diesel, 3.0 Limited Pro Diesel, Street Legal Semis, Pro Street Semis, Street Gas 4x4, Pro Street Gas 4x4. We have the 10.5 Hot Stock from Snyder County, and then we have a 9,500 and a 13,000 Farm Stock class. Matt, do you remember which classes are going to be Snyder County?
So that's going to be 2630, the Pro Stock Gas, and the Hot Farm.
Are all going to be points classes for the for Snyder County, and with that pool, we're teaming up, or we're running two events at the expo on the same day. It's called Trucks for Trikes Truck Show. It was there last year. Trikes for Tykes is the organization that puts it on, and they raise money for kids with disabilities, for mobility and whatever. So normally they have a kid or child that gets presented with a trike at the show, and they'll show that off at the beginning of the pool, and they usually run 5. I think their top 5 show trucks get to run down the track at the beginning of the pool. So you can come early in the day and be there for all the festivities and their door prizes and all the good stuff they do. And then our pool starts at 7 in the evening, and should normally be done in about 4 hours on 2 tracks.
That's about the norm. Yeah, I'm hardly there beyond midnight usually, so that's pretty good. And you guys run a heck of a lot of equipment through there.
Yeah.
You guys don't skip a beat. I mean, you can't help mechanical breakage. A sled could break. This could break.
Right.
Drive lines can lock up, and it takes forever to get them off the track. I use the word forever loosely. I mean, it doesn't take forever, but it happens. But you guys, if you don't have any hiccups or glitches as far as mechanical failure, you guys get her done, man.
Normally we don't have too many problems. Sometimes if the track is a little bit sticky, it pulls hard or bites hard, then we'll have a couple of issues. But other than that, it seems pretty smooth.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, put it on your bucket list, people, if you haven't been to Lebanon. And it's a great facility. It really is. A lot of room. You can have one heck of a weekend of anything.
Mm-hmm.
To do with pulling. You can have big pulling. You can have, and you run 2 tracks very easily, which you guys do. And, I mean, there's buildings there. It's a heck of a facility. If you haven't been there, you need to go, folks. These guys put in a good show, and it's a good facility.
Really good seating on both sides of the track.
Absolutely. You bet. You get to laugh at the finish line, flagger running back and forth.
Yeah, between the 2 tracks.
Doing a little dance.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Son, I pulled up a picture here of one of the trikes they built. I don't know if I can. So if you can, awesome. I don't know if you can see that or not.
I think it. Yeah.
Oh yeah!
So,
wow.
That's nice.
They're actually custom built to each child.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That's an art. You bet.
And it's it can't be cheap.
No.
To do stuff like that, especially to each child, and when you're dealing with somebody with disabilities, they're already, I'm sure, financially strained. So that's also helping raise money for that.
You see this guy right here, don't you? Dave Kaufman. Yeah. Everybody knows Dave Kaufman.
Oh yeah.
You might be looking for work too.
Actually, he informed me that he's going to be a spectator this year.
I got you. Okay.
He said now he can finally watch pools instead of participate in them all the time.
Where's the fun in that?
Right.
Watching pools? What?
He's another one that's been a lot of years doing stuff. So.
Well, to clarify that, when he worked at the Buck, I'm pretty sure that he was there every Saturday almost. And so there was no chance to be at Beast of the East because he was busy every Saturday night. So that's what I was implying there.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I've seen him at Lebanon, but that was a Wednesday night pool over East Coast. He would usually come and watch that. Put him to work.
Put him to work.
Even I'm sure even when he was too young to work at the Buck, he was there on Saturdays. Because I know his father, was there for many years. So.
That's a little bit how it works for us at Beast of the East. We went and got all the good help from the expo pools, or some of the good help from the expo pools. So we have experienced guys that run tractors, scraper roller, and other stuff that have been there for a long time. So we have a really good crew.
You do.
Everybody digs in, and we have get stuff done.
Clint's trying to sell himself.
See that.
So, as far as the 2021 season, what's your feelings on how your season was up there? Were you satisfied, obviously, with everything that happened and went down, and the pulling numbers, et cetera, et cetera?
Yes, I mean we averaged probably right around 100 hooks at each event.
Wow.
Spectator-wise, I think we did great. 2021 was the year of people just wanting to get back out and do things again.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it carries through, but we'll see.
My biggest fear is
interesting
the
to
cost
see.
of fuel
Yeah.
for people.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
That's a large area. You'll get a lot of local people there, I'm sure.
The cost of fuel for spectators might be a bigger thing than the cost of fuel for participants, because most participants, if you have the money to build a pulling vehicle, you should have enough of fuel money to get to the pool.
We're gonna,
yeah.
Or you don't have any left.
Yeah.
Or you're completely broke.
Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt too bad. We got a reprieve for a month down here because they took away the state tax or the sales tax. Well, we're back up to $4 a gallon here, so it won't be much longer. We'll be right up with you guys again. So ain't stopping me. I'm gone. So
yeah. On your question about how it was last year, I think we felt like rookies in the beginning of the year because we had a year off.
Yep.
And then I would say that we probably had one of the best years since we've been in existence. And I think we're only going up from here.
Good.
I think it's all about making a show. We've changed a lot of stuff up this year. We're not running the same classes at each pool. I don't know if anybody read the fine print that we posted, and we also partnered with Appalachian Outlaws Pulling Series for points. So our last hook in August, we're going to be running 2 of their classes, their big block and small block classes, and we're pretty excited about that. If the classes are the same as or close to the same as last year, we had, I think they said they had 30 big block and 25 small block points in the points.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big deal. I'd talked with the gentleman, Colton Unger is the one that runs it, and his dad, and he had said that they come from North Carolina to New England states, so they're spread out pretty far.
Yes. Yeah, they have some great trucks running that series. We've experienced some of them up at Snyder County. I guess the COVID year would be, Kendra.
2020.
2020.
The year everybody wants to forget.
That's kind of hard to do that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a good crew out there. They got a great, what I've seen of it, I mean, they got some great equipment. I know the trucks that they're from that area really run good. So. Yeah.
Say they're like Home Track or whatever is listy, right?
And around that area, Western PA, yeah.
Kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
So Pennsylvania is in the middle of most of those pullers. So
yeah,
if they do come from other states.
Yeah, I think those shows will do well for you guys too, for sure. Yeah, it's kind. I mean, you get the average fan that's going to come to all your events, and anytime you can show them, a different perspective of classes, that's going to intrigue interest. So
Yeah.
Well, that's what we wanted to kind of do this year, kind of mix it up a little bit and throw some new stuff in there and not make it the same thing over and over again.
yes, that's a good idea. The Bucks doing it, and I tell you, they got a nice mix up. I'm not going to say mix up of schedule. I don't mean it in a bad way. They have a nice mix, something new, and which is fine. Sometimes new is good. I know a lot of people fear change, but with you guys, just like I said, a different perspective of classes is going to do good there, especially there. And it's truck country. I don't, come on.
Yeah.
Everybody, I talk to a lot of times with Clint out in the Midwest. Say, man, I can't sell truck videos to save my life. I said, man, there are hot dogs out here, buddy. This is truck country out here, and tractor country. So we're fortunate. We have some very good equipment out here. So
That's something we get accused of regularly is, oh, you're just a bunch of truck guys.
Yeah, so it works.
Yeah.
now, Kendra, wait, whoa.
What?
Time out.
What?
You don't count because you're not non-biased anymore. Okay, like you were. You used to be
I can
the tractor
trust me.
Okay.
If anything, he gets worse. I pull the you truck people multiple times. I like my tractor people still.
Damn door slammers.
Freaking door slammers.
But anyway, that's great.
We've never really had a whole lot of well, when we started, we were mainly into trucks, semis, a little bit of farm stock. So with Snyder County coming in, we're getting a lot more of something, a little bit of a higher caliber pulling.
Yeah.
So,
And the opposite of that is how many pools do you go to where it's either all tractors or 90% tractors with one truck class?
Yeah. It takes all classes to make a pool.
Well, where else are you going to go? There's 10 classes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
This is true.
You know, you guys with your double tracks and all. Yeah. Yeah.
East Coast, we're usually 4 done. We got some events that run 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might even be one that runs 6.
So I think that new Delaware pools.
Yeah, they're running all a good bit of them. Eastern Maryland
Mm-hmm.
in July runs all but one class, I think. Yeah, Delaware's definitely got a big selection of classes.
Big show,
I think all but one, yeah. So that's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to that.
there's a lot of rumors flying around lately. One of the rumors is that the Buck might widen its track.
Mhm.
So
In the
I'm
future.
sure that's for some of their motorsports activities like monster trucks and stuff like that. But I don't know how many tracks run 2 sleds at one time around here or local or there.
Mont Alto can, but it's
Mont
usually
Alto
like a
can, yeah.
mini sled instead of another. We've run 2 big classes side by side before.
It's a little tight.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember going out of Mount
tight.
Alto.
Yeah.
Hammond's Grove, we used to try that. You pulled on the same track. There's 2 sleds set, but you ended up this would come back, and then this one would be ready to go. But as far as simultaneous, you got to go out to like Fort Recovery,
Mm-hmm.
places like that. Here locally, Lebanon can do it, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's what I was getting to. Is Lebanon one of the few tracks around
Yes.
in Pennsylvania that can do 2?
Yes, that would be
Yeah.
correct.
And there's also a rumor going around that there's going to be upgrades at Lebanon too. So we'll see what comes out of that in the future.
Okay, new lights would be a great start.
It does get a little dark there.
Might be a couple years, but they're working on it.
It's gotten better. I don't know if they redirect. I told I call him Mooch, but I told him, if he just directed the lighting a little better, it would help. I don't know if something's done something or my cameras have gotten better since I bought newer ones, but the
Probably
lighting
your
isn't as
equipment.
bad as it used to be. I mean, appears even Delta looks better, and Delta's horrible. Mason Dixon, but
Camera technology's getting better.
well, it is. But you know.
Are you piggybacking on Ty's flashes?
That's a good idea, though. That's a real good idea. But yeah, and I thought the footage, it's still kind of dark. It depends too. If it's a damp night, oh my goodness, it's hard to keep it focused. But
When it's so foggy you can't see the sled at the starting line.
had that too.
Yeah.
More than once.
Look for the flashy lights.
Yeah, we had it really bad at the Buck one. It was a Buck and a couple other places. I know one time down at Temples was really bad too. I gave up. That was back before I had the high def SD card cameras. You might as well forget it. You just take what it gave you until it got into some light closer to you, and then it finally come into view good. And it wasn't fun.
Well, that's the only reason we have daytime pools at Hammond's Grove. There is like
No lights.
one light. And it's like one light bulb.
Yeah.
Not
Not
one
much.
pole full of lights, one light.
So that sounds good, man. So you got the normal 3. Well, how many you have actually? 5 events this year, correct? Or is it
Four.
you still have 4.
Yeah.
Just one of them has the trike thing with it. Okay.
Yeah, so on the May 21st pool, we're having the 10-5 hot stock from Snyder County. Then on our June the on our June the 18th pool, we have the 12,000 pound enhanced farm. But we'll have the run what you brung trucks back, and 2630 will be points with Snyder and the Pro Street gas. And then
No, Duane, Run What You Brung is just the April.
oh, we're not having it in June.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
My bad. I have it posted wrong then.
Yeah.
What
I
you
pulled
do?
I
it up.
think there's a East Coast hook or something that night or something in there.
I
What was
gotcha.
the night?
What's the date?
June 13th
That's why
or June
June 18th.
18th.
Yeah.
That's close to Kempton.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. I don't have a schedule.
My schedule's upstairs, and I haven't made it there yet today.
You got a schedule?
I
You're
do.
special. You're special.
I do. I have specials. I've got all the schedules. They're just all upstairs.
But I got to write mine down. John Smith.
It's on the website. Goodness.
Like I said, I had to write it down. I keep a book. This, if I print it out, it'll be lost in a week.
On our August pool, August the 13th, we're gonna have 9,500 and light pro and 8,500 light pro, 9,500 super farm class from Snyder points class.
Nice.
In addition with the Appalachian Outlaws and 2.6 Pro Street, 3.0 Limited Pro, and then Street Semis, Wild Street Diesel, and I think that rounds it out. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes at our August pool. So we'll see how it goes when we switch it up. I think we're going to find out. We're going to see how our crowd likes each setup, and it works a little bit better for the points classes that we bring in, because I think some of those we got cut off a little bit because some of those had way too many points hooks. I think they were up to like 18 or so points hooks for the 10-5 hot stock, and it got pretty hectic.
We won't talk about how many points hooks interstate.
I was going to say, in the interstate world, 18
like,
is nothing.
dang, my guys would love 18.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that right.
So what are you up to?
I haven't counted, but I think my turbo's at like 23 or 24 this year. Light Limited's got like 25. Pro Farm's got like 21. So yeah, I know hectic.
There's not enough of Saturdays in a season for that many.
Well, that's when you go the Monday, the Wednesday, the
Right.
the Friday,
Through the week.
Saturday, then the Sunday.
All the
yeah.
little fair pools.
And
Yeah.
you're sleeping in your truck.
Yeah. Wake me up when it's lunchtime and I'll get ready to go again.
Right.
Thank God this new job's got half day Fridays. I might
There you
work
go.
like a dog all winter long, but Yeah, June 17th and 18th is Kempton. See?
Yeah, I know. I just looked it up.
My memory's not terrible. See, right?
Everybody
That's
else
why
is
we
talking.
like you.
What classes are at Kempton that weekend? All of them.
I know the trucks are there
No.
Friday night.
Mod 4x4, modified tractors, light pro, and hot farm.
Yeah, that's Saturday night. Yeah.
Hot farm is not affiliated with hot stock. That's Snyder County. So to speak. I mean, it's not the same class.
We've had quite a few guys asking about test hooks for April the 30th. So we actually might have some. We might have some 10,000 pro stocks there doing test hooks and some Snyder County stuff.
I have a pretty good idea on the
pro stock that would be there.
You got to figure it out. Let's see how smart you are.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a big pool coming up on May 13th and 14th. They probably want to test for.
So who would that be?
Hoyt.
Did you figure it out? Yeah.
I was going to say that the background of the page outside of the square here is white. So.
Yeah, I was like, I bet I know who that's going to be.
But that's all right. So that means we'll have a little bit more excitement going on. We'll have to run that through.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody will hate watching a pro stock go down the track on a random Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I don't think
especially
anyone
one
would
that usually
about
runs as good as theirs. But
I've been getting some spy photos, and that's all I'm going to say. And
ooh.
I'm just going to say.
I've just
you
been
look for one of them coming. So.
I've just been getting food requests for our trip to Illinois.
There's no noise in Illinois.
Illinois.
I heard you say Illinois. My cousin always said there's no noise in Illinois when she lived down in Rockford.
There's an S there.
Everybody in my family, the older folk call it Illinois.
Yeah.
She's like, there is no noise in Illinois.
Not at all. What is in Illinois besides Chicago?
Farming.
Fields.
And it's flat.
Fields flat. And bins. That is all that's in Illinois.
And tractor pulling. Wow. Truck and
Yep.
And some windmills. The windmills out there. Definitely that. And a little bar called the Stagecoach.
Oh, no.
Right outside of outside of Gordyville.
Getting a headache already.
Good steak.
Very good steak and
you
cheap
can get
beer.
in the place. Yep. I was usually stuck filming, so every once in a while I got lucky, and me and Rodney Crum and a couple others would get in there and get a steak before the next show started. But man, we had to hog it down quick because we didn't have much time between shows.
Yeah,
but that's just the way it is.
So where is this May the 13th pool at?
Nashville, Illinois.
Okay.
A bunch of guys.
So you're saying that the 10,000 pro stocks are heading to Illinois?
That one is.
Good deal.
So their pool, the beer money, a lot of the beer money guys are putting it on as promoters, and they did the top from NTPA, PPL, and Outlaw, and then after that they opened it up to fan voting, and so the top 12 of certain classes. And Chris was one that got voted in through fan votes. So
good deal. I actually voted.
and so did a certain 3.6 truck. So
I'm too far removed to follow all that stuff. I have just way too much work to try to take care of all this Beast of the East stuff. And plus I've been working on all these pictures. They all had to be converted into digital. So I've been super busy the last while. Plus work is crazy.
Super busy. You see the stacks of SD cards I have in my hand?
Wow.
There's 4 in this one, 3 in this one, and they're full from an indoor antique tractor pull. Over 1,000 hooks I'm editing.
What are you waiting for?
So long.
Plus, I had Keystone National since then, and we're here taking care of all the parents. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. I got the first day's been done. I got that done when we went camping. Everybody thinks you go camping and you enjoy yourselves. Well, you do. after you sit there all day. I didn't 11 hours and 40 minutes to do one day.
Mm.
Okay, the bracket pool, which I thought was going to be the longest, no. I just now finished day 2, and I got one more day to go yet. There's over 1,000 hooks, and
Wow.
what a pool it was! It's awesome,
Yep.
pool.
I
So
really enjoyed it.
I did get a phone call from Ruben Yount. I got his message. I'll call him back. I don't know if he's watching or anybody that knows him. I'm sure some Delmarva guys are watching. I'm starting the last day tomorrow. It won't get done in one day. It won't get done in 2 days. It's going to probably be a solid week because there's 2 tracks. So, but we're getting it. We're getting there.
Everybody's yelling for video.
I've had but I've had one actually call wanting to buy them, and they're not quite ready yet. So I don't even know how it's probably going to be a 10-disc set. It's huge. I mean, it's a lot of time. And I'm cutting the runs as best I can without cutting too much off. It's going to be a biggie.
So I'm sure you got the tractor up on the sand pile, right?
Tractor up on the sand. Which one?
Jack Boone.
Absolutely.
It's got to be the one he's talking about.
Absolutely.
The one who turned his smoke pipe into like a bendy
Pretzel.
Pretty much a pretzel. Absolutely. Yep.
I'd say that was probably the most exciting moment sitting in the stands right there. It was like he's going to go for it, and your heart starts pounding because you know that the sand pile's right there, and he's still going for it.
What's tough is what's behind the sand pile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That wall's there for a reason.
Terrible.
That's probably going to be a red flag for me. I'm not saying anything I wish he wouldn't have done or anything like that, but yeah, it's probably going to be an issue in the future. So we're going to have to get them woed down before they get up that far. That's,
Yeah, because luckily there was I think he hit a steel beam, was on the other side of that straw bale, and if it would have bowed that wall out, if he'd have hit just the concrete block, Farm Show Building would not have been happy about that.
No.
we would have got that SD word again.
Yeah.
Shut down. Probably.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, pullers, in the future.
Yeah.
It's exciting. You can hit the sand, but don't climb over it.
Yeah, it's funny when, because of course, I'm a fan, promoter, business side of it with all the stuff I do with Interstate. And it's funny how, as a fan, you're excited about that. And then as the promoter hat, you're like, oh crap. What repercussions are going to come of that? You start looking at everything else. And, of course, you love it for the fans. The fans, they'll remember it. They'll talk about it till next year. Yeah. But at the same time, you're like, ooh, what
it was cool.
Done?
It raised a lot of eyebrows, good and some bad. More good, more excited than anything. Thankfully, that's a good thing.
If I recall correctly, he was the last tractor in the class.
Yeah.
And so I know that I posted it immediately on Facebook, and I got a lot of, I don't know what you want to call it, comments that should have probably been erased.
So you're the one that started all that, eh?
Yeah. And I couldn't really do that. I had to let them up so that everybody could see it in context. Mm-hmm. But I think once people realized that it was the last tractor in the class, then everybody changed their opinions about what they thought.
Yeah, and not taking nothing away from Jack. I consider him a friend. He's a great guy. He put a lot of work into that tractor over the year, or over the winter. Would it have happened if he was the 5th puller in the class? Nobody knows. I mean, the tractor ran great. I think he definitely had a finals. He definitely deserved, to be in the finals. But, there's no denying looking at the results sheet versus the pull order.
Hassler climbed it pretty well, too, with his weight forward.
Yep.
And, I saw some posts after I put the video up, and, of course, he shared it. Mm-hmm. And, that's stupid. Why would anybody slam their truck into the sand pond? I'm like, you know what? You climb in that truck, get your adrenaline flowing, and know you got a run going. You're not going to tickle that sand.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You got one mindset. You're going to plan it, Daddy. That's the way it is. It's, understand.
Nobody goes to a pool hoping for second place. You know what I mean? Nobody hooking to that sled
he
is
did
only
body
trying to get
damage,
second place.
you know, but I'm sure he understood that was going to happen. Do you think he cares?
No.
He's going to climb that pile for everything it's worth. That's the way it is. But
he might be a little irritated a couple days later when he's working on the truck. In the heat of the moment, no, it's all for nothing. Yeah.
not problem.
At the Beast of the East, everybody's goal is to go up the hill.
Yeah.
At the end of the track, and
right.
I think last year we might have had a footage record at 400. And do you know, Matt? I don't have my paperwork in front of me. Was it?
It was just over 400 foot. I mean,
diesel truck.
Yeah, it was a street truck.
A black Dodge. Truck. Yeah. I know which one it is.
I mean, that sucker ran.
Hard running truck.
Yeah.
I'll think of his name here in a minute. He's popular around here. I can't. He runs with walkers a lot.
Yeah. Mike Ritz.
Mike Ritz. Yeah. Yep.
I can always think of Caden Valley Farms, and I can never think of his name because it was on the truck for such a long time. Being a flagger at the end there, sometimes it's kind of tough because your instinct is to flag them early when they're climbing the hill because you know they're going to get by you because they're coming with such a head of steam. But on those, I was kind of prepared for it. You start to know the trucks after many years and know that you're going to have a good run.
You almost have to let them kind of go because if you're running a floating finish, you know, if you're flagging them, then you got to, and if something happens again, you got to flag another one. What do you do?
Yeah.
Pull them off or just, I mean, it's
again,
there comes that pull off thing again, right?
Things the fans don't think about when they see runs like that.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely helps us with our timing, with our time, if we have a floating finish line, because if we'd have to bring trucks back and do a pull off, that would just take a lot of time.
And then somebody may break, you know, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been around long enough, Matt.
Yep. Don't need any of that.
No, it's hard to keep everybody happy.
2021 was a pretty good year. We didn't have a whole lot of drama either. It seems like the smoother that the pool flows, the less drama you get.
Drama in pulling? What?
No. Come on, Kendra.
Never heard of it.
Every pool.
Yeah. I don't see people's names on my phone and roll my eyes and have to take a deep breath before I answer. Never.
I'll be sure never to mess with her on the phone, Mike.
I think everybody has a moment. So sometimes you're kind of, I mean, for me, I'm kind of like, whoa, where'd that come from? Because I didn't think, so.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
For the most part, it's not too bad.
Well, we're pretty excited for this year, and we're hoping that each year we have more exciting stuff to talk about, and we're already working on some ideas for 2023, so we're really super excited about that. So I'm sure somewhere along the line, some people might hear what our ideas are, and we'll keep bouncing stuff around and see if we can make 2023 a year to remember.
Feedback is very important. Word of mouth and any kind of feedback. I mean, you judge what you listen to and what you feel is right or wrong. But yeah, don't just boom throw them out there. Start getting some feedback on it. You know.
Well, we're definitely trying to make the best show possible for our fans, because our fans are really what keeps us motivated to keep going. Can't pull for free.
No. But you can give free milkshakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, they'll be back again this year.
Yes.
we also have a new design, or a different, I shouldn't say a new design. Maybe you can elaborate on the shirts, Matt.
I still haven't seen anything yet from them.
Okay.
Well, we're trying to come up with a different design for this year.
It'd be nice to have them if they could get them done in a week. It'd be nice to have them for your first hook, you know. So.
Well, that's what happens when everybody's busy.
I understand. But
I can't tell you how many times in a day I stop working so that I can work on Beast of the East stuff. So working at my day job so I can do Beast of the East stuff. So it's a lot going on right now.
just go climb a ladder somewhere so nobody can see or hear you. You'll be all right.
Problem is my phone's still in my pocket.
That's what I mean. Nobody on the job site will see you working. I know
Well,
what you're saying.
I'm kind of my own boss, so I have to stay motivated. But it's all good.
10-4. 8:59. What else you got for us, guys?
Is there anything else yet, Matt, that I'm forgetting?
Sponsors? You got any new sponsors this year? Or
Oh, shoot.
that you'd like to talk about, or you're not really prepared for that yet? Or
I forgot to print it out.
that's okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I have everything on my laptop here, and if I switch over, you might lose me.
Let me see if I can't pull something up here once.
Facebook usually. That's why you don't text me back. I don't know who.
It's Ty Purnell. I just slid over to Facebook.
Oh, okay. A shout out to Ty. He's been doing really good with pictures for us, and
when he posts them. Ooh. Good little buddy.
actually, Ty's
Was
been.
Ty even at Keystone? Like, is there any photo evidence?
I tell you what, Saturday night, I kept him hopping back and forth to champion.
Yeah,
he was a pretty busy fella. And his pictures are awesome.
yes.
Can you still see me?
Yeah.
I'm still there. Okay. The Beast of the East sponsor list. We have Tobacco Shed Motorsports, which is Jerry Martin from the Semi Guys. East Coast is going to be back with us again. Hassler Diesel. And way too fast. Sorry.
That's okay. We won't laugh at you too hard.
There we go. Ty just said the pictures are coming. Tonight was the last night of school.
Very good.
Does that mean he's smarter now, or?
So we have Wangers of Myerstown, Crow Farms, Sensing Spreading, Albert Brown, Renninger's Golf Carts, Ebling's Power Plus is a new sponsor this year, Roots Machine Shop, Stockyard Styles, Precision Power and Accessories, and Dave's Polishing. And there's a couple in there that I didn't name because I'm not 100% sure what we're at in on sponsorship, but we have 1 week to figure that out.
So I know we got VFP Fire Systems there in there.
Oh, I forgot to add that.
Did you got Ebling's?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I think that's pretty well it.
That's a good little list.
So can't do it without him.
Okay.
Yeah, those guys, the sponsors are great. We have sponsors since we've started 7 years, and 7 years of sponsorship. So those guys are really helping us.
7 years?
Wow.
7 years we've been doing this. Wow. Time flies, doesn't it?
Wow.
Actually,
yeah, it
is
does.
it 7 years or is it 6?
2016 was the first year. So yeah, 6 years.
6 years.
6 years because we lost one. Remember, we always have to count one out.
That's your 5th year then, right?
Yeah, it'd be 5 then.
5 working years.
Dang, Kevin.
Well,
I was going to say, my goodness, 7 years. Woo.
After you here before you know it.
Time flies.
That's like Corey just sent a picture. Easton of 2015 was the year that we blew a turbo boot on one of the semis coming home. And we fixed it up with a bunch of the pipe clamps that we use on the indoor tubes. And we had a bag of zip ties and 2 rolls of duct tape. And that's how we got that truck over the 2 mountains coming up 70. And I was like, how in the world was that 7 years ago?
Yep.
Like, it was crazy how fast time flies. Man, that was a good
Honestly, it
good
sounds
story.
like you don't have much luck to and from Easton.
No. Like, if you want to hear bad luck stories, Easton is like top of the list. That's the year I got us all in a really sketchy situation at a Steak and Shake. That's a story for another time.
Oh no.
I thought we were all going to die that night. But yeah,
next week, story time with Kendra.
Yeah. Next week, something's going to happen. Yeah, last year we got turned around and ended up in Baltimore with 2 semis. It's never a good. It's always a good story, but either going down or coming home is always always something.
Shippensburg was my bad luck. Pull in there, towing the East Coast trailer, and you pull in, get off ramp on whatever King Street or whatever it is. Off 81, you hit the brake pedal straight to the floor. Blew a brake line on my old Chevy truck. Thankfully, you just reach down there and hit the trailer brake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I got through town and got it parked and got it fixed up there. And then as soon as I got it fixed, I blew another fitting down on the back axle. I fixed that and finally I ended up putting all new. That's. I still have that truck sitting in the driveway, by the way. I don't drive it anymore. So here.
I can assure you, I got my stories of turbo boots on 70 and 68. 68's a good one for.
We were coming up the road and we were all traveling together. There was like six because that was back when like we had all the pro farms and everything. So we had 7 semis running together. And Yankee comes across the CB. He's like, I think I just lost a turbo. Wonderful. We're on the wrong side of the mountains for that conversation, bud.
Yeah.
So we all pulled off there right as you're going up, and it was a turbo boot, and pulled stuff from every trailer. And I still had duct tape from Keystone somehow in my, I have a little bag of essentials that I always take with me to tractor pulls.
That's where my roll of duct tape went.
I used a black rubber bungee.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I used a black rubber bungee cord and wrapped 2 of them, wrapped them around the turbo boot, and I was able to make 5 pounds, and that was good enough to get me across the mountains. On 68, that's a little bit up.
68 is hilly.
Yep, there it is. Oh wow, a lot of them.
Porcupine, yeah. I don't know there.
That's some engineering.
Yeah.
Got you home there, didn't it?
So I got us home. It was like 2 a.m. Man, it was bad enough that one of our friends from up here who drives a milk truck was going down the road and like beeped the horn at us. And we're like, you're really not even gonna like stop and say hi? Or, you guys need anything?
Oh, some more information for our pool. They put a big motel in right across the road from the expo. So
really?
we have lodging. We have new lodging across the road. So if anybody doesn't want to drive home in the evening, we have a good place to stay now.
So I think, was it either just opening or probably there at the fair last year, or just opened, or because I remember seeing that, like a Holiday Inn Express or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Something big and fancy.
See, I do pay attention every now and again.
I'm going home. When that event's done, anything's done at Lebanon late at night, I'm going home because I got to get through Lancaster. So
yeah,
that's the time to get around or through that city.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you came to our pools, Kendra.
Yeah, I was at the fair pool last year.
Oh.
I think I was at the fair pool. I think I was at one. Oh, yeah, I think it might have been at your early one last year. Did you have one in May, probably?
Yep.
It's a pickle.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, I think I was at Lebanon twice last year.
So all we need to do is get the green truck there for Run What You Brung, and you'll be there?
Usually. Unless I have to be there unless I have to be at an interstate event. But
good deal.
Yeah, we've got some new things happening with interstate, so I might have to go to more interstate pools than I was planning on this year. But yeah, if there's a green truck there, there's a good chance I'll be somewhere close. Poor guy.
As I said at the banquet, Norm.
Yeah. Get away now.
Well, I'll be there in 2 weeks. So
Good deal. So
Yep.
we're gonna have a good show. Everybody come out and enjoy it.
I
And
will.
hopefully weather cooperates.
Yes.
I think it should start shaping up now.
We hope.
Oh my
I don't mind if
God.
it's a little
Knock on
cool. We
wood.
just don't need
Yeah.
the R word.
Yeah.
I emptied my gauge last night, and I think I had 1.5 inches in it from this weekend.
Jeez, no doubt. You got a good
It's
bit.
crazy. And the week before, it was 2 6/10.
It rains,
So
the sun comes out, you cut the grass. It rains, the sun comes out. A couple days later, you cut the grass again. Here, that's how fast everything. It's insanely fast.
I cut the grass on
Great
Friday.
for the hay.
and got
Great for
snow
the hay.
on
Don't get
Monday.
me wrong.
snow on Mondays,
Yes.
mowing snow.
Yeah.
So I cut the grass on Friday and then snow on Monday. What? Welcome to Pennsylvania.
So if anybody, real quick here, before we cut the Beastie Boys loose here, got any questions for Lebanon, the Beast of the East, or anything like that? Kendra's got a passerby again.
That's not me.
That's not you.
No.
I have no road by my house.
Got to be Matt.
Yeah, there was a little hot rod car went past.
Usually that's me.
That's what I thought it was. That was Kendra.
Yeah.
But anyway, real quick, East Coast. First event's coming very quick. May 7th. Greensboro, Maryland, 6 p.m. Modified two-wheel drive trucks, diesel 4x pro stock diesel 4x4 trucks. That's the pickle class. Hot farm tractors, light pro tractors, and the limited pro stock semis will be on hand. Greensboro, Maryland, to kick off the full-blown East Coast pro pulling schedule. We do have one class running at the Buck the weekend prior to that, I believe.
For the
It's
diesel
the same weekend.
diesel Power Fest.
No, well, we have our modified four-wheel drive trucks are there for. There's a gas power fest the week after that, I believe.
Yeah.
And our modified 4x4 trucks will be there for that one. But, it might be the
That's
same
actually
weekend.
one pickle class I'll be missing. I have to cater a wedding that day.
Sounds fun.
Oh, come
I was gonna
on.
put you to work.
So that means, Kendra, would you do food for us at the pools then? If I meet you at the pool, I can just come for food.
That's pretty far to cater food. I don't think the new trailer will handle all that food either.
Buy a bigger one.
Yeah. Norm, we need a bigger trailer with our catering pools.
And again, Eastern Maryland this Saturday, 6 p.m. The light pro tractors, which is not a points class. My Turbo, light limited turbo, Pro Farm tractor, 7,800 modified tractors, and the local gas and diesel 4x4 trucks. And that's on Route 50 in Eastern Maryland, the Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Show Association Showgrounds, Interstate Truck and Tractor Pullers Association event. So, ITTPA, if you will. And then we're going north. We're going north the following weekend to see Beast of the East.
Are you going to Westminster on the 29th?
Lord have mercy. That's a Sunday. Yeah. No.
April 29th.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned something about a Westminster pool on the same day as Beast of the East, but is that on a Friday?
It's their local, like they'll have a couple truck classes. They pull dump trucks. They pull, like there's nothing points there. It's just.
Did you tell us anything about the Westminster event?
I didn't. I was going to wait till next week and let these guys have their moment. Would you like me to talk about Westminster?
Talk about something.
Talk about something. Don't open that can of worms.
Oh my Lord. Stick squash it. Be careful.
Westminster, Maryland, like we just said, is having a 2-day show. Friday is going to be all of the interstate classes. They are also starting with farm stock classes. Those classes will start at 5. 6,000, 8,000, 12, and 15,000 farm stock classes will pull.
My goodness, you guys won't get started at 10 o'clock Friday night.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but
Sorry.
Interstate pulls are supposed to start at 7 p.m., but fingers crossed that actually happens. The interstate classes will be 6,000 classic mods, the 7,700 light limiteds, 7,800 modifieds, as well as the 8,500 mod turbo. And then, like we just said, on April 30th, from 9 to 3 is going to be their truck show and the drag racing. And then afterwards, they'll have street pickups, semis, dump trucks, and a 8,030 diesel truck class. But that's usually just their locals. And then for interstate on April 30th, again, is going to be at the Washington County Ag Expo. They're going to have the 13.5 hot stock class, the 4,500 small block trucks, 85 mod turbo, 7,800 mods, 10,000 pro farm, and a class of hot stock semis. It's the next three interstate pulls, 4 pulls on the interstate schedule.
Okie dokie. There you go. No excuse. Plenty of pulling to come and see.
So there's
support us, please.
7 events before the end of April now. And it's April 20th.
That's a whole lot better reporting than we could do in 2020, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Duane, Matt?
Any last words?
Sure. April the 30th, 2 p.m. It's not our normal start time. 5 classes. It's going to be a great show. Run what you brung. We got some cool trucks that we haven't had there before. Come out and see them. So it's going to be hopefully be a nice sunny day, and we're going to start off with a bang and keep going all year long.
And you said the Run What You Brung class will be first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I might be able to get to Lebanon, watch the first class, and still make it to Boonesboro.
Come see the video guy with a full peanut butter milkshake.
Full peanut butter milkshake. I might not have time. We'll have to see how fast the first class goes.
You always make time for peanut butter.
You always make time for milkshakes. That's true. That's very true.
So did they have a peanut butter milkshake last year?
No, it was just vanilla.
It was
vanilla
good, whatever
chocolate
it was.
twist.
Good. Yeah.
So we need to talk with the milkshake ladies and tell them that we need 1 peanut butter for the day.
Just take a jar of peanut butter along.
Oh, okay.
Just have a jar of
For the
peanut
guy
butter.
that's still on a diet. Yeah.
We won't tell
Peanut
anyone.
butter's protein. It's healthy.
I guess Duane, one of you brought me by one last year.
I think
That was good.
Matt might have got you one.
It didn't take me long to get. Yeah, it didn't take me long to get through that. It was going pretty quick. That was really good. Absolutely. Okay.
Yep. So there's a lot of stuff to look forward to.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Hope it's great weather. I'll definitely be there. Shouldn't be a very should be out there in a good time. Be home before it gets dark. That's the hope.
Yeah.
I say
That's
that.
what we're hoping for.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Looking forward to it. Okay. I won't tie anybody else up here. If y'all have anything else you want to say, or just say it, or
Thanks a lot for having us on. We appreciate it. A little bit of
Free advertising.
yeah, goes a long way. So
that's what we're here for, buddy. I should have said something to Joey, but I told Joey we'll be bringing him on right before Snyder County gets their season really, I guess, going. I hear a lot of background noise. It's really weird.
I hear nothing.
In my head. In this head.
I think you got voices.
We keep hearing 2-cylinder John Deere's in my,
your videos are playing on your computer. You can turn them off now.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Trying to edit and do a show at the same time.
Yeah, no.
I was good. I was gonna see if I had any good pictures here.
Sure, show us a couple real quick. We got time.
Let me scroll up to the top where I have some cool stuff. Oh, let me see. See if I can bring it in here. I
Can't
have
see
to
it.
go opposite. There it comes.
Wow.
Animal.
The animal. Let me see what else I got.
Give us a mouse.
The
Give us
mouse.
a little bit of Bill Grove action there.
Oh, now you're really going to
He'll be
have.
your bestest friend.
I have to sort through. Actually, I think some of the mouse stuff is on my black and whites, which are actually on my computer. This is all film scan. Let's do this in here. Oh, I
Do you
found
have the one with the two V8s that you were talking about the other day?
Yeah, I do. And it was actually, I thought it was a shoot. I just realized that I have pictures on here that I didn't edit yet. Let's do this. And
What kind of pictures have you got? Oh, wow.
So that's two Allisons.
Yes.
They're tipped away from each other on a 45-degree angle. And there was a tractor back in the 70s that actually ran a 24-cylinder Allison. And I thought this was the one, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
This one was called the Judge.
Yeah, it should be the judge be Ron Bargy.
All right.
Way back.
See, the problem is I don't know these guys.
Yeah, the judge and the jury.
Now that's cool.
I'll just go
Ask
down.
me how I know. Ask me. Go ahead, ask me. Because I'm old.
I was gonna say I was gonna try to be nice.
That's a Zimmerman tractor there, isn't it? Yeah, the Eagle. Yep.
Dodge 440, the Eagle.
And I'll give you a little. You know who that is, right?
I don't know.
Zimmerman. Richard Zimmerman.
I have no
his
idea.
son. His son's Tom Zimmerman helps Dave Greek wheel the Peterbilt every night.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I've been getting a lot of feedback from the pictures. It has an Allison on it, but my phone seems to die.
That's an old Earl Howard tractor. I can't.
Some of these don't have any names on. It's like all they have is engines and paint.
Yeah, you stretching my memory. Some of them. Whew, it was back in the 70s.
This is a Banter Brothers tractor.
Yeah, definitely a Banner Brothers. Yep.
Has
Banner Brothers brown, and they had the orange.
Yeah. Actually, let me go
That's
to a
carbureted, right? That one should be carbureted.
Yeah. Yep. Let me go to the bottom of the list here. There's
Tell your friends we got free history photos. Come on in. Won't cost you a dime. Hit that thumbs up button.
I found the flagger on these pictures.
That's cool, Randy. That's good to hear. Bringing back the old days, sort of. Just different type of horsepower. Okay. That's the Bargy guys, boys, Ron's boys. That's awesome.
So I just went to Adam's Facebook page with the auction signs.
Yes.
Looks like the one John Deere sign is up to $1,500. The second one is $900, and the Alice Chalmers sign is up to $1,500.
$1,500. And where can we find that, Kendra?
On the Mad About Cancer Facebook page.
The only page you can bid on those signs.
Yep. It's the Mad About Cancer.
Good calls, you bet.
So, JR, do you recognize anybody on this?
Bill Haynes and Oz Arment.
Yep.
Oz Arment's flagging. Yep.
You know what cracks me up? White pants for the flagman.
Yep.
White pants on a dirt track. Yep. Isn't that cool?
Only Oz. What a stud.
What a stud.
Always had his hair. Yep.
I had no clue who these guys were when I first started this, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from the posts on, and guys are reminiscing, give a lot of information on the names.
I've got a scrapbook I started I used to cut the photos out of the buck programs back when I was a kid. When you paid 25 cents a program back in the day, it wasn't much. I think I paid 50 cents to get into bulls back then. You know,
This is an interesting one. Oh,
hard to see that one. Oh, that's Shaw's tractor.
it's called the Longhorn.
Yeah, it should be
It
up
has
north, John Shaw or whatever his name is.
it
Where is
has a
Turbocharged.
pretty crazy looking turbo setup
Yeah.
on it.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
So I think I spent 4.5 hours rooting through the filing cabinet to find all the pictures, and I spent another, I don't know, 8-10 hours converting all these slides and film into digital format, and then editing them all to make them fit, because all the slides were taken with my phone, as I had no way of.
Yeah. There's an app, a scanner you can put on your phone. Is that how you're doing it?
I actually just did it with a normal camera because the scanner app that I had was making them too. They were too pixelated or blurry.
Okay. How are we doing? Huh. Pretty cool stuff. Got another one coming. Here we go.
Other one coming in.
Gosh,
Sorry.
it's hard to read.
This one is called the Clodhopper.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of the guy, but I remember the tractor. You know, the Cloud Hopper.
There's a lot of pictures of. Come on.
Also, how crazy is it, the complete lack of safety equipment?
Yes.
The dude is in his street clothes with a hat on. No roll cage, no 5-point harness,
no,
no
it was-
nothing.
A lot of times you see him in shorts, wearing shorts, t-shirt.
So if you go on NTPA,
Mhm.
then National Tractor Puller Association, then and now is the one page I posted on, and pulling in the old days. And I posted a picture of a tractor called the Black Widow that is on one wheel.
Yeah.
And the
Like
first thing I
magic.
noticed, is that he didn't have any seatbelt on. He was holding on, and the thing was bucking him up. And I almost made a comment when I posted about safety equipment. I was like, no, they didn't have it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Black Magic tractor. Is very popular, very strong running tractor.
Black Magic,
And,
sorry.
Yeah, it was Craig and Kurt Luckenbill. Kurt is the one that passed away. He was the bigger boy. Craig bought that tractor back from Jeff Bressler
Oh, wow.
and just ran it here. I guess the last couple of years at the Buck.
The
Classic.
Nostalgia Pull.
Nostalgia.
I seen the tractor at the Nostalgia Pull.
That was the original owner back in the seat again. Owns it now again. So
So
pretty
the
cool.
question is Zane going to do a Nostalgia Pull again this year or not?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe
All right,
he
so
is, yeah.
then maybe I need to make it a point to be there.
Yeah, he has our classic mod class and the 2-wheel drives there that night.
He loves 2-wheel drives. I found that out. I sent him
Yeah.
some pictures early on after he went through his purchase deals and stuff. And he seemed like he was very interested in them 2-wheel drive trucks. So,
Oh, they're cool.
Well,
absolutely.
he's going to inherit this whole pile of stuff because I actually have like 1980s monster truck pictures, a couple of them, and I have about 140 rodeo pictures from the buck.
Wow.
So
He's having a rodeo again too, right?
Yeah,
Father's Day
good.
weekend, I think.
he's getting free publicity here just from my pictures.
All pulling organizations are welcome here.
Yep.
I
Yep.
actually sent him. I'm not trying to put him on the spot. He's probably too busy. He's not watching. But I want to get him on here. And
Yes.
Let's talk about the new buck. Let's talk about the new shows. And I know he's very busy. Got a lot on his plate, especially with his first event coming up here. But a while back, I asked him, "Come on, it's free. Let's talk about it." Yeah. I understand when you're busy, you're busy. So
Well, and they're doing all those changes and new construction,
Yeah.
and
a lot
so
of
I'm sure
changes.
right now, I'm sure his time will slow down when all the events start.
Yep. Let him get his feet wet a little bit, and then we'd love to have him on and just, see what he has to say and some fresh ideas. Hopefully, they're successful with it.
So the tractor I'm looking for is called the Mighty Mouse.
Yes, Bill Grove.
And what year did
Little
he
Mouse.
start?
Little Mouse.
Little Mouse.
Something like
What
that.
year?
It might be. I guess Little Mouse was early on. Then, oh gosh, it was a single, then a twin, then a triple towards the end before he sold it to Dave Justice.
And the name stayed the same with Dave Justice?
No, it's called the Alcohol Express after he bought
Okay.
it.
I have to go through. I have a lot of pictures to go through, and I've been posting. I've just been going down the line and posting them the way I scanned them. So I just have random stuff coming up from here on out, and it's going to take a while to get through almost 500 pictures.
You're looking through some of them. Look for a tractor called the Greek Streak.
Okay.
Dave Greek sold modified.
Oh,
The Greek Streak. If you've seen pictures of that, I'm sure they would love any pictures you have of that. Him and the boys. They actually tried to find the tractor,
oh.
but I don't think they had any success.
Well, this guy in his pictures seem to go after local modifieds and some of the national stuff, the NTPA stuff. So I do have random. I do have some diesel tractors and stuff like that. The Virginian, the Ford 9600 called the Virginian, is that still in existence?
Yes, it's called the Virginia Joker now.
Okay.
Stu McNamara, and it was Jimmy Weaver's.
So I have pictures of one in the early 80s that's called the Virginian.
Mhm.
I have a bunch of pictures of him.
Yep, that tractor's sitting in Berryville, Virginia now.
Good
Hasn't
deal.
ran in several years. Last time I seen it run was here at Delta. Come up, I may have seen it after that.
Oh, I see you.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't forget about Johnny Law. There's got to be a Johnny Law in there somewhere. That's my turbo.
That's my turbo.
And this was the 70s.
That was around.
It wasn't.
That was
It
around
didn't
in the
exist back
80s. That was 90, 94.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been a farm stock back then.
then. In the
wouldn't have been-
70s?
Yeah.
Yesterday, your dad's my age,
Grandfather
just
pulled it,
about.
yeah.
So.
Here's one
Well,
for
it
you.
started with my grandfather pulling it.
Okay.
Check
There you go.
out
Yep.
the frame on that tractor. It's like a little 4-inch rail.
He's sitting in a lawn chair.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
This'll do.
It's
That
early Black Magic, right?
Yep. That was the Black Magic.
That's Craig on there driving.
Yep. I had a local tractor called Wildfire.
Yep, Stanley Graver. Yep.
Okay, Lancaster drywall.
Keep on plugging me, boy. Go ahead.
Wildfire.
Go ahead. Challenge me.
Mike Hoff.
Yep, Big Blue.
Then I have some tractors that I have no clue. They don't have a name on. It's a yellow tractor.
Yellow throws me for a loop. Is there a name on the side of it, by chance?
I couldn't.
Hard to see
Didn't
on.
look like it.
It's hard to tell.
It looks like one of Gary Mills' tractor, but that was lime green. That wasn't yellow.
No, Gary Mills's tractor was.
I know he had a red one too. This was back in the V8 days, not before the aircraft engine.
Yep.
I couldn't see that one. He pulled it way too quick.
Yes. Sorry about that.
That's it.
I think this one was called Hot Wheels. I need to do a slideshow here so we have better pictures.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
So
I tell you who. I tell you, if I did a show with, it got Bill Grove on here, which, by the way, I know he's patiently waiting to come on here. We're going to do a nostalgia show with them. If you had something set up where you could come on with those while I have him on here, that would be. I guarantee he could probably name just about everybody for you.
Or I could give you the memory card with all the pictures on, and you could
Just
put them
for
on.
JR do it. Okay. That's fine. You can do it.
Shine Brothers.
Yep. Don Shine. Yeah, they're from Western PA. Yep. They still pull today.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Economy modified class out there. Yep. See you, Chris. I got your message. Thank you and happy Easter to you. Sorry, I didn't. I've been really busy. Really, really busy.
This in here kind of was an interesting picture. What do you think that guy's yet? Who do you think he's yelling at?
Hope he's
Get me
happy.
the weights.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It says Crane Farm Equipment on it.
Drawing a blank on that one. Stump me.
Um,
We're gonna have a whole nother show here, Kendra. I hope you cleared your schedule.
Yeah.
How about you, Matt? You've been around the sport long enough, haven't you? You should know some of these.
Not
From
back
seeing
to
them in
this
a
one.
magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, we all know that's Coleman Wheatley. That's an easy one.
yep, he's got the Delaware emblem on the front
Delaware
quarter.
Yep.
There's a bunch of what I've been trying to figure out is there's a sled that is a green color. You can't see it very well on there, but the sled is like a mint green color.
Mhm.
And then on some of the other ones, it's red, and it has a CB
repaint,
Huber on it.
Yeah, that's still Buck Sled, and that sled is in Newville, Pennsylvania now, I believe.
Mhm.
Still in use.
Last I heard,
Wow.
not used for anything. It's farm stocks, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But
It's
not
well
all it's
dated.
good for.
These pictures here were from the like 83 or 84. Twisting. I skew it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So they have some Homer Brothers Sassy Massey.
Yeah. The prior one, I believe, was a Make and Bacon tractor.
I gotcha. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff on here. I scrolled over trying to.
Bruce Hutcherson. That's like trying to think of his name.
When I first started here, I started posting the green monster.
Art Arfons, yeah.
Yep. So I have some more of them.
Blue Angel.
Um,
That was Bob
Hold on.
Hussey.
Where was the Blue Angel from?
Should have been Ohio.
Okay.
I think it's one of them. It's pretty sure it's Ohio or Indiana.
I have to.
Bussy Jr.'s on Facebook. His dad wanted to run a single turbine like Art Arfons' tractor.
Yeah. This is.
I can't really see that too well.
It starts getting crazy the closer I get.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So the black and
Yes,
whites are.
Eldon Towns. There you go. Yeah.
The black and whites are really interesting because I scanned them off of black and white film, Kodak something, and they're pretty nice and clear for 1975.
That's Luck and Bill. That's the bigger brother. Yeah. He ran the
Yep.
heavy class, the 7,000 class. Super nice
Yep.
guy. Unfortunately,
Yep.
passed away. That would have been Kurt Luckenbill.
There you go, Kurt. Yeah, just I don't know. I'll keep putting them up and keep posting them on those two pages where they'll be a little bit easier to see and everybody can zoom in on them.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's cool to look back at that stuff.
Yep.
Like I say, I have a whole scrapbook in here, but
Yep.
they're printed photos like in a program from a black and white program.
Yep.
It's pretty neat stuff. I actually have seen some people I don't care because they're not my photos to begin with, but I just cut them out and put them in a scrapbook. But I've seen some of them shared throughout the years here since I've been on Facebook. Like, where'd they get that from? Because I knew who it was,
Yeah.
whose it was. That's all.
These pictures that are on my phone, I used an iPad. I used an iPad with a cookie cutter. Then I had a piece of cardboard cut out square and laid them on. Then I used actually a rifle scope sunshade off of the scope that was about 3 inches long, and I snapped all the pictures through there. So when I put them up and I zoom them in, they're a little bit pixelated and kind of grainy, but the black and whites that I scanned with an actual film scanner. Those I can zoom in, and they're actually pretty clear. So I wish I could
Cool.
get a better quality, like a high
We'll have
definition.
to. I'll have to
off
get
of
them from you. We'll do it. We'll do a show one night and do an old
Yep.
photo show, and just people want to take a pot guess at it. That's fine. But and Keith Hertz is in the chat there, and that's another family that's been around pulling for many years.
Yep.
He was telling us the Sassy Massey was Eldon Towns.
Okay.
The Blue Angel, in fact, was from Ohio. So thank you, Keith.
Yep.
So Keith's been on here before.
So I have I think three different tractors that Art Arfons ran, 75, and then maybe about 80, and then there was one in, I think it was 83, that had the Budweiser or the Busch beer can. Yeah. So I have pictures of all three of those, and I think if I remember right on the chat that this guy from Ohio that ran what was it called, Blue Angel. I think the engine,
Junior, yeah.
The turbine came out of that first in 76 and got put in that tractor. So you get quite a bit of history from these guys when you post it. So.
Art's last tractor, and Keith, if you're still in here, I know Dave Snyder ran it. It was called the Legend, and I wonder if Dave still has that and the Space Invader. Keith, do you know? From Michigan. I know you know who Dave Snyder is, but I'm just curious if he still has the tractors. Last I heard, he still had them, and they're just sitting. So.
The very first one that I posted was, I think his name Hall from Maryland, was a turbine from Maryland called Mills. It was Mills.
Gary Mills.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike helps Lynn Brookhart with the radio reactor.
One to Go, it was called.
Yep. Yep.
And then I had one that was called Firefly. I'm not even sure.
Firefly would be Earl Henderson.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. The Papa
Bear came after the Firefly. It was a Packard engine. Then they bought the Banner 7-engine tractor, or Engler 7-engine tractor, and won the Grand National Championship one year with it.
So I have pictures of two tractors, Running Bear 1 and Running Bear 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Kurt Stoltz and Ed Brensinger.
Okay, so in my black and whites, I found a Running Bear tractor with just a little dinky frame. It was and it had a little picture of a Yogi Bear or something on it. It was called Running Bear.
Yep.
Was that the original?
Yeah. That Clarence Keener had that tractor first before.
Yeah, that sounds right. Clarence Keener.
Yep. Before Kurt Stoltz.
So what we need to do is actually have all these pictures on that I have, and then you can figure it out. All right.
Man, I got a good brain workout. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I'm all new to this. This is something that would have probably went in the trash if somebody else would have got it. And I'm lucky just to have my hands on it.
It's so cool. You got a hold of it. Yeah.
Yep.
This is pretty cool, interesting information here. That's awesome.
So Willard, what was his name?
Willie Wills. His run, I guess Willard. We all call him Willie Wills.
And his was called what?
Tinker Toy.
Oh, Tinker Toy. Okay. I have one on here that was red and pink. It was called the Granite State. It was from New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, his name's on the tip of my tongue. Can't think of. Keith will probably know who it is. I can't think of his name. Granite Stater, I believe it was called.
Yep.
Wayne, I told you he would know. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
The mighty MPPA days.
Yeah.
A lot of fond memories. I miss going to Fort Recovery, Ohio, when they had the pool in the summer, the first pool, and then, of course, Enderley Pull-Off used to be there, too, before they moved it. And that was my two big trips every year. Was Fort Recovery, Ohio. And then I went to Bowling Green, and oh boy. oh boy, oh boy.
Nothing fun happens in Bowling Green, does it?
Terrible time.
Yeah.
I had a ball.
I'm the only one that's never been to Bowling Green, apparently.
You got to go.
Here I went. Keith wheeled the
I'm
not
landed
allowed to
tour
go.
ball.
You're not allowed to go. Okay. I'm not even going to ask.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go.
I've heard a lot of stories already, and I've been to Shy Diesel Extravaganza in Terre Haute for like 10 years in a row, and I've heard that Bowling Green is on steroids.
Yeah.
Joey and Ty were out last year.
You got to go just one time. You got to go at least once.
Yeah.
It's a ball. A lot of fun. A lot of stuff to see. And then there's the campground.
And then there's
A whole nother chapter of Bowling Green.
there's a
Don't
lot
miss
of
that
stuff
one.
to see in both places.
You sure is.
I did not get a lot of sleep when I was there. I promise you that. Plenty to see and do. For sure.
We'll just leave it at that.
No, the zoo.
It's
We've made 45 minutes of show 2 here tonight. So
let's keep it a family friendly show when we're talking about Bowling Green.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now's the time when you cover your plug your kids' ears, right?
No, we won't discuss that stuff. Yeah, it gets pretty
No.
interesting. It just gets interesting. I'll leave it at that. Plenty to talk about on your way home.
Yeah.
If you could stay awake, which I fell asleep.
So when I went to Shy Diesel Extravaganza, that's where I got to see the issues that the promoter had dealing with unruly crowds and stuff in the fairgrounds, because everything went down in the fairgrounds. The camping was right in the fairgrounds, and they had their hands full some years. I mean, really full.
Yeah.
So I always look back at that and say, I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
Yep, there are definite downsides to being party pools or having those overnight things. I wouldn't want to deal with it, but not as a promoter, at least.
Yeah.
Now, I want to put these up here before we do call it a night. Again, Adam is doing his part to pay back, if you will, what everybody did for him and for what Roswell did for him last year, getting him through the cancer scare. And by all means, he's still in medicine, will be the rest of his life. They saved his life, period, point blank. And a lot of people stepped up, and now he's doing his part. He's actually going to ride this year with his brother to raise awareness and money for the Roswell Cancer Center. Again, they saved his life, and they save a lot of lives. And again, the 2 signs did end in auction. International sign and the New Holland sign both were sold. What was the grand total? It was like 3,500, I believe.
3,500 from those 2.
25 for the international sign and 1,000. Corey Forster bought that. Connie Deck bought the international sign. The Alice Chalmers and 2 John Deere signs are still up for auction. Please donate. They're pretty cool, pretty nicely made. And 100% of that money goes to the cancer fund. So, I mean, Adam has out-of-pocket expenses to have them made, plus his labor to paint and
His time, yeah.
etch the metal and stuff, so that's a pretty cool deal for him. And it's Mad About Cancer Facebook pages. Just go like the page and or just visit the page, and you'll see the signs left for auction. And that's the only place you can bid on them. So,
yep.
I'm
I
hoping.
just looked them up. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah,
Actually, I tell you what,
really
I have pictures of them here real quick. I do have them, Kendra. There they are.
Just
We'll go
may
ahead and
take
show
you
you.
a couple minutes to find them.
Yeah, they're here. I promise you, they're right here. They're right now.
Oh, look,
Here's
all over it. Beat you to it.
The Alice Chalmers one.
Where'd it go? Share screen. There it is.
Yeah, there's the John Deere one.
that one's pretty neat.
So
There you go.
The two on the right hand side, the New Holland and the International, those auctions have ended. There is the Alice Chalmer left, the upper left hand, and the bottom. I guess there's two of those, right, Kendra?
Yeah,
that are
there's two of
available.
the John Deere
The
ones.
John
Yep.
Deere, and all that metal etching and everything. He is responsible for that, and the paint work, et cetera, et cetera. So, and he did have out of call. He had a guy water jet cut everything, and that wasn't free. That come out of his pocket, but 100% of the proceeds are going to the Roswell Cancer Ride for him and his brother. So for the cancer center. So I don't know exactly when those other auctions will be ending, but it will be soon. So next couple of days. Also, you'll see Denise Moritz Cancer Ride. She does this once or twice a year. Has been for several years now, every year. And by all means, please check her out on Facebook and donate a couple bucks. She certainly would appreciate it. And she's donated a lot of her time and energy, and we want to help her along the way too, to help fight cancer and get rid of it. Hopefully one day we'll get lucky and never have to deal with it again if we're lucky. So
Yep.
We appreciate them too doing what they're doing. So check it out. Next.
I'm out.
You're out.
Out of things to say.
Well, I guess we'll see you in 10 days.
Yep.
Or
I got a lot of work to
Absolutely.
do between now and then.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding.
Real work, tractor pull work, cake work.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Next 2 Saturdays. Next
Yep.
3 Saturdays, I guess, really. It would be rocking and rolling, man. I'm ready.
all the Saturdays for the rest of summer.
Yeah, they're done.
Pretty much.
They're full.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I think
Well,
I have
what
like one Saturday off in like July or June.
Wow.
And I'm sure that'll fill up at some
I was
point.
going to say, what do you do when you have a
Yeah.
Saturday off? You just sit there and feel
Just
sorry
sleep.
for yourself?
No, you sleep. That's all you do. Is you sit on the couch and you watch Netflix and you sleep.
Yeah, that's a good point, Keith. The first big full East Coast Pro Pulling event at the Buck, Modified Minis will be there. Keith just mentioned that in the chat there. That was in June. I ain't had time to look at the schedule. I just wrote stuff down. And, it's crazy. It would be the 11th, June 11th. It would be the Hot Farms Modified 4x4, the Limited Pro Stock Semis. Am I correct on that, Keith? I might have the wrong one. Pretty sure that's right. But anyway, the Modified Minis are going to be there. It's going to be a cool deal. Long time since they've been there.
And the modified minis are coming from
Uh,
I think they're the NTPA ones, aren't they? So
NTBA,
Okay.
TPL. I guess whoever, Randy and probably Keith or whoever's getting rounded up for the event. So
they're
do not have a
the-
list yet, but hopefully soon. So
yeah, I don't think it's
he'll
like
let
a
us know.
sanctioned event. I think it's a like
He'll
a,
let us know.
not the same ones that were at Keystone a couple years ago.
Yes,
Same
that,
ones.
the blower motors.
yeah.
Those things are just crazy.
They're wild.
Yes, they are.
I'd say of all the stuff that I've watched indoors, that was probably the craziest stuff I've ever watched.
Yeah.
The power and the speed those things get versus all the other stuff that runs in there is crazy.
Last time we run them, I know Keith had fun.
Yeah.
He found the sand pile pretty good. For sure. They've built a new tractor since then. So.
Nice.
All right. It's
deal.
9:53 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's my bedtime.
In bed.
Yeah.
We've been an hour and 49 minutes. We appreciate you guys coming on. Again, next Saturday we'll be coming to Lebanon next Saturday morning. In 2 weeks, Saturday morning, we'll be at Lebanon. Remember, that is
10 days.
It's at 2 p.m.
3 p.m. start. Well, some of us get there early, so. But I'm picky. I like my good parking spot. But anyway, well, you got a lot of junk to carry. But anyway, yeah, we're looking forward to it for sure.
Good deal. We'll see you there.
Hope to see everyone there.
And again, next week's show we'll definitely be plugging it. So
Good deal. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
keep on posting those photos, Matt, Duane. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Thanks for coming
Good
on.
deal. Adios.
Yeah.
See See you guys.
And for everybody else, we're out of here.
Yep.
Kendra, hang in there. I'll be right with you. And thanks for joining
Next week
us.
we'll have results.
Yes, we'll actually have some results to go over. Well,
Yeah.
we'll split it up.
Okay.
And Delmarva, I don't want to forget that my antique bullies down here, Delmarva, they got some events coming up too. Doggone it, and a lot of them are booked on top of East Coast stuff. But they do have some Sunday events, and I will be there, guys. I will be at your Sunday shows for sure. So, with that said, like, subscribe, share, hit that thumbs up, and leave us comments. Keith, thanks for coming on and answering some questions. And as soon as you get a list, send it over. We'll plug it here on the show for the buck. So I'm done rattling on. It's time to call it a night.
Yep.
As soon as I'm ready.
As soon as he can find the right buttons.
I got them. I'm ready. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday.
See y'all.